this is Debbie Lacken from Kids Around Dogs, and I'm very, very happy to be chatting with my friend Sarah Jones. Whoop whoop! Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Debbie.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, the sun's out this morning, so
And where are you based? I can't remember.
Berkshire.
All right, so the sun is out in Dorset as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
we're under the same sun for a bit anyway, before we be under the same rain, sadly.
Yeah, tomorrow the rain's coming again.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, on my app it says this afternoon. I hope it's not when I'm out, if anything. Um, Sarah, apart from sharing the sun, we also share this passion and love for dogs, obviously.
Yes.
And you have made this passion, this love for Bella, a proper business. Can you tell us a little bit about My Anxious Dogs? Like, what made you start it?
Well, I got Bella when she was 8 weeks old. And when I went to see her, I was told that she had had a traumatic birth, and one of the litter mates had died.
Mm.
Um, so I didn't know then what I know now, but so she came into the world with stress.
Mm.
And it continued basically on. One of the litter mates also, when she was about 6, 7 weeks old, had bitten her, probably play fighting, but it obviously hurt because when we picked her up 10 days later, it was still quite sore. She had
Oh,
quite a
wow.
big
Mm.
scab still. And she was very quiet, shy puppy. And we went on to do some training. She would really focus on me. And at the time, I thought it was because I was her world,
Yes.
actually.
Oh.
Um, but I think it was because she didn't want to engage what was going on around her in the training classes.
Mm.
And all my photos of her when she was a puppy doing puppy classes, all of them, she's completely looking at me. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
there's I've got a lineup of all different classes, and there we are. Eventually, we ended up on the end for space. Um, but she's just staring at me like this, fixating on me.
Was she trying to engage at all with the others or?
Not really, no, no. She had friends back then, as we call it. Um, we walked together and they would come round, but they were her safe dogs,
Mm.
her safe ones she knew.
Yeah.
And then when she was about 7 months old, 8 months old, we were in a field and she ran after something. I think Matt had thrown something for her, and an Alsatian had popped out of a field through some, and of course she was running down and it just took her out,
Oh, bless her.
and it actually punctured her throat as well.
My God.
I threw myself on Bella too because we couldn't get the dog off.
Oh my God. Yeah.
um, so that was the start then as well of her being fearful. And then to top it off, we also went to flyball and she got taken out by a dog. It literally came from the other side of the park.
Mm.
So it was running at full pelt. Bella was running, she was finishing flyball, and you throw a toy as a reward at the end of it, and it just hit her right on the side. Handbags, horrible noises, things like that went on. And when I checked her over, there was no wounds or anything like that.
Mm.
But I think what happened, she was bruised. And then when people touched her, it hurt.
Oh, bless her. Right.
So that's where it basically, all my issues then started.
Mm.
Because she didn't like to be touched and she was a pretty dog.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog trainer,
Mm.
so I didn't see the early signs. So it got to the point where Bella then had to shout herself. So she would lunge, she would growl, she would snap. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I've got big problem here because I didn't understand
Mm.
what what was happening.
Yeah, of
I've got
course.
this dog that looked like she was going to bite everything and was aggressive, and that was the start of my journey.
Mm. And say, what was it like to go for a walk with Bella? Can you remember? I kind of it's been a while since then, but
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
it like?
So it was you're on hyper alert. If you pause for a moment to, I don't know if she's sniffing something or, whatever's going on, you were always checking the surround, what's going on, who's coming, and things like that. Even when she was quite young, before this sort of had progressed, even in the park, we used to do where we'd finish up in the park and sometimes you'd meet people
Yeah, yeah.
and their dogs and you'd have a little chat.
Mhm.
Um, Bella would always be 20 meters away. She
Oh,
would never be around me. She would never, the dogs would sort of, wander around the
yeah.
people. Bella would be 20 meters away, just sat with her ball waiting.
Mhm.
Um,
What would she have done if one of the dogs had tried to go closer to her? Would she have reacted?
um, she tends to take herself away,
Yeah.
but she does a lunge,
Hmm.
go straight into a.
And that would be the same for people.
Yeah, so with people, she would probably move away, but I don't know whether because it's her breed, she's quite sniffy. She
Mhm.
likes to sniff people. So if she back then was off lead around people wandering around or standing, she would go over and sniff the bottom of their trousers and their feet. And of course, people go, "Oh, there's a doggy."
Probably, yeah.
And yeah, she would
Mhm.
be startled. She would jump. She would growl. She has air snapped before as well.
Mhm.
So then you're just on, you know,
Yeah,
it,
it's not a relaxing walk. It's not the relaxing walk that you probably
no,
expected when you thought, oh, we're getting a dog, we're gonna go for a walk every day, and then oh my God.
beautiful. We're going to sit
Yeah,
in pubs and cafes and
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. And Bella was your first dog, was she?
No,
No,
she's
okay.
third. She's my first female
Mhm.
pedigree dog. I'm not saying anything, but my male Heinz baked beans, I
Aw.
don't know quite what they were. Yeah, they were the opposite. In fact, one of my dogs, I had Houston was a spaniel. He was probably my worst nightmare, like yeah, run around. Yeah, there's a dog. I'm gonna go and take over the park.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So when then I know that obviously you had all these experiences with Bella and all those things happening to her, and then your life must have changed quite entirely in a way because it does revolve then about around the dog and how she's feeling, how she is she happy and everything. And what made you think, oh, I need something to let people know that this is a problem? What started then the actual My Anxious Dog? Did you
I
wake up one day?
think
Oh, that's it.
I think it's when she first snapped at a person. First of all, when she was doing it to just other dogs, um, I didn't really address it. I didn't know how to address it really. But when she then launched herself at a person, it really frightened me.
Of course, yeah.
So I went back to the trainer that I'd done the classes with, and she was the first one that told me about yellow, and
Okay.
I'd never heard about yellow.
Mhm.
And it came up on my memories a while back. Um, a post that I'd put up, I think it was about 12 or 13 years ago, asking if anybody knew of a product that said, basically, do not touch my dog,
Yeah,
is what I was looking for. Something very specific, specific even. And I couldn't find anything. And there was very limited products out there then that didn't suit Bella being a spaniel. She was, over ditches, in ditches, through hedges. She loved a field.
mm,
And I found the thing that I was using that said I need space,
yeah,
didn't stand up to everyday use.
yeah,
So for some reason, I just thought, oh, I'll see if I can design something myself because I needed the wording, do not touch.
yeah, yeah,
I needed something because she was people reactive. I needed something that wasn't polite. I needed
Exactly. Yeah.
something
To
people
literally make
understood.
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
So
sometimes, especially with people, you really need to be very, very clear. Look,
yeah,
don't touch me, not touch. You
yeah.
will be warned. So yeah, yeah,
And I think that's the hard thing as well, is accepting the yellow. It's accepting what your dog is like. And that's a massive thing for when you own a reactive dog to go through.
yeah, yeah,
And it's difficult. So I designed a harness which said keep away, and I had a lead done that says do not touch.
yeah,
And I just found it really, really powerful,
mhm,
um, because I could then go back out again. I'd stopped doing the classes.
yeah,
I stopped a lot of things
yeah,
because I was quite scared. You always hear about people going out at midnight to walk their
yeah,
dogs,
yeah,
or the ninjas hiding behind
yeah,
cars and things like that. And it was like showing Bella's voice because I couldn't see the body language. She was telling me
yeah,
what, why would other people understand it? How I couldn't expect them to understand it if I didn't. So that's when I thought, right, well, this is a bit like a visual voice for
yeah,
everybody to see.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and
And was
that's
it already yellow, or did you start with a different color first, or did you stick to yellow?
so yellow is the official warning color for caution.
Yeah, yeah.
And the idea came from in the horse world, if you had a kicking horse, you put a red ribbon on the horse's tail to show
Okay.
that if anyone went behind, they could possibly kick.
All right.
And a dog trainer in Australia um, put a yellow ribbon on the dogs in her training classes.
Right.
That's where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
Um, like 26 years ago now. I think it was, the beginning of the
Yellow
2000s.
ribbon, yeah, yeah.
Um, and that's another thing I have an issue with is there's a lot of people now that try and do lots of colours, or
Yeah.
they try and make it pretty, or
Mm.
it's bad enough. So yellow, there is a Dogs in Yellow Day, obviously.
Yeah.
So it helps with awareness. I'm always being people saying to me, I buy a yellow lead and I expect the world to know what it means. And then I say to that person, well, what have you done to raise awareness in your area? And they look
Yeah.
at me, sort of blink, me. But I have done it
Mm.
for my dog.
Yeah.
And there are products that you can buy to do that as well.
Exactly.
So if everybody who had a dog that needed space, for whatever reason, done the same, everybody would know, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It,
I think what you've done really with my anxious dog, you have really put it on the map. More and more people, at least here in Dorset as well, know about it, know about the yellow, know about your business as such. But no, especially they know what it means, and so a lot of people tend to respect that. I think when because your pack as well, your affiliate packs are CAD approved. When I was testing it out, I literally went out with Winnie. Luckily enough, Winnie is like probably one of the friendliest dog in the world, so she doesn't have a problem with other dogs or people. She's fine. But I wanted to test it out. So we had I used a yellow lead, and I think we had the in training sash is called, isn't it?
yeah, lead
And
slipper.
I wanted something that it would not like kind of scare people in a way. It could be truthful as well, because she is always a little bit in training in a way. We all are. So I put the in training on to see what would people do, how would people react to this. And some people were very polite. Maybe they even put their dog on the lead while walking past us or called their dog away. Some people completely oblivious. Just their dog do whatever it wanted around Winnie, it didn't matter. Um, and so that was again for me, it was just a test. There was no problem at all with Winnie, luckily, or anything. Everything was fine. And any dog that had a little sniff with her stuff were fine. We all survived. But it was very interesting to see, how much awareness is out there. And I always think how lucky we are that in a way to live in this social media time where just sharing someone's post or commenting on someone's post and stuff like this can really help to spread the word. And I think that what you've done socially within your community, but also, with the rest of the country and the world, in fact, it's great. It's really spreading the word a lot. So that's it's fantastic. And do you find that, especially in your community, I guess, do people recognize the yellow more now? What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. When I first started using it, I would say probably one or two people out of 10 would put their dog back on their lead.
Mhm.
Now it's 8. And
Wow.
if someone doesn't know, I tell them very
Yeah.
nicely. I
Yeah,
explain
yeah, of course. Yeah.
my dog's wearing yellow because she needs space because, whatever. It depends on how much conversation I feel like saying because of where their dog is and stuff like that. Bella can be quite close to a dog. It's the fast running and the dog sniffing her,
Yes.
especially if it's a big dog. But she's massively improved over the
Yeah,
years with
yeah, yeah.
all the bits and pieces that we do with her. And obviously, because not every dog comes and runs at her now as well, or people touch her. Um, but if I walked, we went away for a weekend. I always refer back to this,
Mhm.
and we put her in the car and we forgot to, because we picked her up and put her in the car for whatever reason. I can't even remember why now. We didn't have her lead with her and her harness. So when we got there, I borrowed my friend's lead. Their neighbour had a dog. We borrowed a lead. So when we went out into the town, I was walking her on a normal lead with no yellow on.
Yeah.
It I hated it because she is a pretty dog,
Jeez,
but
yeah.
she looked like a normal dog,
Of course, yeah, yeah.
you know? And she's not. She's not a normal dog. Um, so that was a massive it, it was a really good experience for me to see how much that yellow lead and harness gives me confidence to still go out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what it feels like without. Because if I'm walking and Bella doesn't want a dog running at her or a person touching her, without that yellow, how is that other person with the dog
I don't know,
or a
yeah.
child
Yeah, yeah.
gonna know? They
Yeah.
don't. So I do it to also help the other people
Of course, yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the out in public as well. So, you know, it's a compromise between the two worlds. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't go out without it now as well.
No, I would have thought so, yeah. And I guess, as you said, that experience that it just happened because, maybe life is hectic and stuff like this. That experience has brought you back in a way. And maybe it has also made you feel how other people may feel. Like, are you supposed to know that my dog is just not happy with
Yeah,
people around with, dogs come too close or
yeah,
whatever. Um, and so, yeah, we definitely do. We do a service to the community by letting them know. Yeah, particularly to your dog. You want Bella to
yeah,
be happy, but at the end of the day, we also want people around her to feel safe and to make
yeah.
sure that everything goes well. And obviously, you mentioned children, which are very close to our Kids Around Dogs heart. And what I particularly love is the new sash there, Scared of Kids. Oh my gosh. I'm obviously very happy to say that I don't have to use this with Winnie, but but this is extremely, extremely powerful. And I think letting people know and kids know that some dogs are scared of them. It's nothing personal, but just little humans are just not quite their cup of tea. It's very important for children to understand that dogs have feelings, and those feelings do reflect on being fearful of kids as well, and also can really teach them to respect those dogs and their feelings. What made you want to do the Scared for Kids? Is it because of the love for kids around dogs?
It certainly is.
Thanks for saying that.
We've got lots of sayings. We do so many different lead slip covers now. We do the caution in pain. We do in
Yes.
training. We
Yeah.
do scared of men because that's a common one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we do scared of kids as well. With Bella, because me and Matt don't have children, and a lot of our so when you have a reactive dog like that to people. You don't socialize in your own home like you used to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you do, Bella goes upstairs. So her world also shut off a little bit as
Mm,
well.
yeah.
Because some friends, if you said, right, if you come round, just ignore Bella, it's
Mm,
like, what?
mm,
It's ridiculous.
mm, mm,
Or you say, don't touch, because Bella associates people looking at her, they talk to her, and then they touch her.
mm.
So if they ignore her, she gets more confident around that person.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and just some people just can't do that. Or if I
Mm,
say don't touch her, they will bend over her and
mm.
like put their face to her. And I'm like,
You're
what are you
still,
doing?
yeah, you're still doing something towards it. Just can you just leave her alone?
You're
I
not
do
putting
get
her
it
up
because
your face.
she is beautiful, and she's very cute and everything. And you think, oh my, I can't, really have to uh, restrain myself from give her a kiss or a cuddle and all that.
Yeah.
And imagine how difficult it is for children when
Yes.
they see such a beautiful dog and such a polite dogs as well, because she does follow you. She does, listen to what you say and all those things. And that is even more interesting to a child as well, because they think, oh, that dog is got to be a good dog. He'll listen to his own. That's the logic that a child would make. And of course, the dog is cute. I want it. So I completely get that, and the fact that there is something to warn them and to also again help them to respect her, I think is very important. And I love that you said if she knows that that person doesn't annoy her, doesn't bother her and stuff, she might be the one to get close. She might be the one to go, actually, we might be friends after all. Just give me a
Mm,
sec.
yeah.
I think is amazing. And for a lot of kids, it's like that as well for them. Those children that are made too much of a fuss of, there are some kids that don't like that, and instead the person that can be including them in the conversation and can be nice to them and everything without being overbearing, that is very likely the person they like the most. And
Mm,
they will go up to that person, maybe even trusting them more because they know you're not going to be just all over me and I don't like that. So it's definitely a lesson that they can feel themselves in their life and pass it on and use it, if you like, uh, with the dog in front of them and keep them safe ultimately
yeah.
as well. Yeah. Um, you also have, and I'm wearing it. Is it new? Is it new? Is it a very new product? Is this, isn't it?
Yep. So the lanyards came out last year, the squeezy reward I've had for a while. Um, but yeah, it's just an amazing tool to use. I use it all the time with Bella.
Yeah.
So Primula cheese she loves, but
Yeah.
you can
Who
put it out
doesn't? A bit for you. Sharing
when
is caring.
especially the prawn one.
Mm.
So you can fill it up before you go out on your walks, and it saves that faff where you've got to get it out your pocket, you've got to take the lid off, then you've got reward, then you've got to put the lid back on, put it, and with a dog that you need control of, doing all that
Yeah.
is a little bit difficult.
It
Whereas
is.
that is literally that Bella knows to focus on that. She
Yeah.
knows when I've got it. And when you open the lid, it makes a little click. And she's like, oh, and we demo them at the shows, and so many dogs just absolutely love it. And you can use not only Primula cheese, it comes with a big hole as well. This
Yeah.
one's got
Yeah.
a big hole, so you can train with if you raw feed or soft food feed. You can also train. With that, we do two sizes. I have the little one. I've
Yeah.
taken mine
Yeah.
apart when I was showing you how to wash it.
To be fair, especially like I have a big dog, and a lot of the dogs I've been working with are tend to be a bit bigger these days. So I think, yeah, to me anyway, the bigger one is better. It will last, a bit longer. What's inside. But one thing that I'm thinking about again about kids, because something that we are very passionate about is children helping to train their dogs. Um, Sometimes family lives with dogs that are maybe a little bit bonkers. So in training, and again, the yellow lead is still, and the yellow accessories are still important, even if the dog is not necessarily reactive, like negatively. I see your dog coming out. Oh, there it is. Hello. She wants to be like, she wants to be seen. She's like, you keep saying I'm pretty.
Yeah,
Show how pretty I am. Look at you. You're
I
gorgeous.
know with a little
Yeah.
breeze starting to come through, aren't you?
Beautiful. Oh my God, so cute. She's distracting me now. So we're saying that, yeah, so even if you have a dog that is in training, as I said before, when I was testing out the yellow accessories, I used the in training sleep stash thing that is here. Put it back in the box. And so it doesn't have to be a dog that is reactive. And the yellow really works with all sorts of things where the dog needs space. It could be an injury as well, that has some sort of pain or needs to heal. So having the yellow on can make people understand, oh, that dog needs us to back off as such. And as I said before, we love children to get involved in training their dogs and maybe helping others as well. So something like this added to their yellow other accessories, I think is great. For sensory processing, they don't have to touch the cheese or the meat or whatever it is you want to put in here. So like some pate, for example, liver paste, that's perfectly fine. The child doesn't have to touch any of that. The other thing as well, because of this retractable thing, the child can help to feed the dog. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't feel confident to keep holding on the tube here, they can let go of it. It will come back, right, to the kid or to the parent or carer if they're holding it and they're just helping with the retracting of the treat. And again, the child can feel safe. There could be enough distance between the mouth of the dog that would be here and the hand of the child that would be here. It's on a safety level for the children is brilliant. And obviously very, very handy for those parents who are carrying the school bag and the water bottle and can you carry my snack? I don't want to wear the coat anymore. I'm wearing the hat. And you go, oh my God, like you're carrying everything, but you all you have to do, like, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Training the dog as well, because parents multitask all the time. So it's a brilliant, brilliant thing. How long is the Scared for Kids been going out or been out actually?
I got them last week.
Super new. Oh my gosh. And where can people find all the accessories?
My website is myanxiousdog.co.uk.
Fantastic. Um, what's in store for you in the future, Sarah? Do you have any event you're going to? Have you got anything planned? What's the situation?
So we'll be going back on the road again. We've got a new dog show that's starting next month, an indoor show called We Love Dogs by the National Dog Show. We're going to that. And
That's
then,
February,
yeah,
then.
and
Yeah.
then March is the 20th of March is my awareness day, which
Yeah.
is
Oh, yes. Yeah.
yellow. So I've got a few things that are going on. Hopefully, some companies are going to be supporting it. I'm talking to the Crown Estate because
Oh,
they're
wow.
not far. So I'm hoping to work with them,
Yeah.
and also possibly doing something with the National Trust. So
Oh, that'd be so good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right,
And of course, you're gonna come and visit the Kids Around Dogs stand at crafts as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we've got crafts coming up,
Mhm.
so that's a good time to collaborate as well. So yeah, so
Absolutely.
I should be on your stand one of the days.
Lovely. Yes, we haven't decided the date yet, but stay tuned. As soon as we have, I'll let you know. But Craft is here is from the fifth, I want to say, to the eighth included, I think, if I remember correctly, of March. God, I'm there. I've done all the forms, bazillion forms you need to do, and I still can't remember the dates. Um, but we'll be there on hall 4, stand 82 this year. The numbers have changed, but it's the same location. And are you also going to visit the Pet Remedy stand again this year?
I hope so. Yes, I hope to see them. Yeah,
You have
definitely.
collaborated with Pet Remedy as well, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. So they do a calming spray for me that's branded yellow, and
Fantastic.
it's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Madam on the front.
Of course it does. Of course, she's the best, isn't she? She's like star of the show.
Yeah, yeah. We're a fan of Pet Remedy. She has it all the time.
Yes, they are our friends. We collaborate with them a lot, and obviously their products are so good and definitely align as well with what uh, you do and with what you want people to be aware of as well. How old is Bella now?
She'll be 14 in June.
Oh, she's a Gemini, like me. That's why
Does
we
that
get on.
explain everything?
Yeah. What are you trying to say? So, Sarah, I'm really, really happy I got to chat to you about my anxious dog, about how you started it all. And I also want to do a little shout out to your husband, Matt, because he's so helpful in your business. He's there. Every event I see you, he's there helping and really, sharing the passion that you also have for my anxious dog. So, big shout out to Matt there. Um, Sarah, thank you so much again for today and for everything that you do for us. I will be displaying as well the poster that we did together, that we collaborated for together, that helps children to understand yellow dogs or my anxious dogs a bit more. So please, if you're watching this and you didn't know about yellow dogs and yellow accessories, now you do, please spread the word. And if you did know before, a little share of this video and anything that Sarah does, please do share it or comment or whatever so that the word can go a bit out, be spread a bit wider.
Oh, everything helps with awareness. So
Yeah,
any conversation.
absolutely. Thank you again so much, and we see you next time. Bye bye.